So now I will put that PPT on. In this PPT, I have one notification. Sutra 5, 6, and 7 and others have been explained by the Kshamaraja and Bhaskara on the lines of Swachhanda Tantra, as it has been followed by Jaidev Singh and Swami Lakshman Zoo in the same way depicting the yoga practices. I am explaining not from the viewpoint of yogic practices, but from the Śrī Vidya point of view, as per my experience and the logic. Therefore, it will differ from the book. So this is a different way of presentation, quite a different from the what has been followed up till now. So that I'll start now. This explanation is, first of all, Anuta or Āṇava. The universal self reduces into the background of pure, undefinable and awareness, and the individual ego consisting of the perceptions, thoughts, and emotions generated by the contact between the perceiver and the perceived emerges in the juncture between them. The process in objects, the process is object of the world is perceived through the senses, and the mind itself becomes the subject which generates the ego. So now we have to pass this sutra. This sutra says that Nadi Samhara Bhuta Jaya Bhuta Kaivalya Bhuta Prathakatvani. Now the word Nadi Samhara. So Nadi means channel. So in our body there are different channels which take the blood, and all other channels are there which also takes our breathing and all other things. So here, as I understand, the Nadi belongs to the nerves. So we can say it is a system of a Bhūtaśuddhi. Sir John Woodruff has explained it very well in his book, The Serpent Power, as under. The two Sanskrit words here translated, Shat Chakra Nirupan, description of the 6 centers or chakras, and the Paduka Panchakam, 5-fold footstool, deals with a particular form of tantric yoga named Kundalini Yoga, or as some works call it, Bhūtaśuddhi. These names refers to Kundalini Shakti or supreme power in the human body, by arousing which the yoga is achieved, and to the purification of the elements of the body, that is Bhūtaśuddhi, which takes place upon that event. This yoga is effected by the process technically known as Shat Chakra Bheda, or piercing the 6 centers or regions, that is chakra or lotuses, Padma, of the body, which the work describes by the agency of Kundalini Shakti, with Kundalini Shakti. Now, I have interpreted the way Nadi Samhara, it's a system of a Bhūtaśuddhi. The nerve system should be cleaned by removing the old preconceived ideas and unnecessary information. This is done by merging the elements from earth elements onwards. The mind contraction is to be attended, and for that we require a concentration that is very important. So here mind concentration is much more important in this Bhūtaśuddhi. I think last time Gopiji has very well said what is Bhūtaśuddhi, and now I'll be explaining how practically it is supposed to be done. He has very well said, but this is a way of presentation. Mooladhara. Here the Bhūtaśuddhi, there is a title Bhūtaśuddhi chart. The first column says the first chakra, sattva, bija, tanmatra, and gnanendriya. So I will enlarge for you. First is Mooladhara. That is a Bhumi, the earth element. The Bija is Lam. It represents Gandha or smell. The Gnanendriya is nose. Here, what happens? That we have to, first of all, chant Lam Bijam at Mooladhara chakra, which is at the end of spinal cord, and that there is a diagram. Lam is written, and the letters are also written in the 4-petaled lotus. That picture, I think, up till now you must be knowing this. So I have not added pictures. If you wish, I can photograph and put it on the slides. But so now, either you can do this Bhūtaśuddhi by concentrating mind on our breathing. There is what we say while taking the breathing in and out as a yoga shastra kriya, you can put it, and your concentration has to go to the Artha chakra, means Mooladhara chakra, and either you concentrate over there, or you can pronounce, instead of, if you cannot do the breathing well, you can do the Lam Bijam pronunciation and put your mind towards Mooladhara chakra, or there is a Mooladhara chakra photograph. That is a 4-petal lotus. Inside that there is a Lam Bijam, and that you can just see it and you can connect your mind with it. So here you can get that chakra activated, and that will be merged with the Swadhisthana chakra. The Swadhisthana chakra is a watery or a Jala Tattva, water element. So the placement, I think all our seniors so all know it, so I need not explain everything. So here you have to concentrate on Vam Bijam, either a diagram or on breathing, but the mind has to be concentrated on Swadhisthana chakra. That is much more important. This is rasa or taste that is to be controlled. First of all, smell is controlled. Now rasa or taste is controlled. And then after that, one has to go to Manipura chakra. That is Agni or fire element. That is Ram Bijam. Either you can chant Ram Bijam while at the Swadhisthana at the navel level. So Manipura chakra at the navel place, and put your concentration there. So you can Bhumi, Jala, Agni, you can get it merged with that chakra. It is a merging. Then you can go to Anahata. We call the Hridaya chakra. Vayu, the air element, that is Yam Bijam. Either pronounce Yam Bijam and concentrate over heart chakra, or you can see the diagram and visualize it at heart chakra, or in other way on breathing you can concentrate and go to heart chakra. So there are three ways of doing it. Then you have to merge with the Vishuddhi chakra, that is Akash or sky element. Hum Bijam. Same way, either recite Hum Bijam and at throat level you can connect, or while breathing you can connect, or by seeing the picture you can connect and concentrate. This is Shabda or word. So all the generation of the words are being done over there. So Agna chakra is a vritti. Hum and Ksham is the bijam. And here the man means mind, buddhi means intelligence, and ahamkar is ego. Mind can have a discretion, whether good or bad, you like it or you don't like it. You have to come over from that part of it, whether you like or don't like. You have to be calm and quiet. In buddhi, generally we use our intelligence for benefit or a loss. Here we should not always think of benefit or loss. Sometimes we have to be generous doing things for others also. So like that, the different type of our behavioristic changes will take place. Then there is an intelligence or ahamkara. After that, the ahamkara is the ego, that what you understand is right and what other people say is wrong. So that type of, you have to accept everything and try to understand the other's viewpoint. And that's the way the all type of activities of Puryashtak is controlled by this Bhūtaśuddhi chart. This is Bhūtaśuddhi, totally to be done like this, as per tantric system. And even yoga, you can do it. So both ways it can be done. So our next is, after this, Bhutajaya. Nadi Samhar we have done. Now next portion is Bhutajaya. What is Bhut? Bhut is an element. All tattvas, Prithvi tattva, Jala tattva, Agni tattva, Vayu tattva, and Akash tattva. So all this Bhutajaya, it's a success in controlling the sense organs. Just for example, balance mind for smell, scent. Smell, scent or odor. Even we can see the scavengers. They clean the gutter, but they are immune of that smell because they have to work, they are working. Even in our case, we can clean our water closet, and that type of our aversion to the odor should be reduced and it should be nullified. You should become a very much balance between a good smell or a bad smell, and good and bad taste of eating also. So many of the sadhus, they do whatever comes, they eat, irrespective of taste. So another way of seeing good things or bad things, one has to be controlled. Touch, whether good touch or a bad touch, or in words, your language is very sweet or very offensive, all these things has to be balanced. So like that, mind has to be balanced in this. In intelligence, should not harm anyone or damage others' benefits. If you are not getting, let others don't get. That things should not happen. If everybody, others are getting, it is their fate or luck or their karma. So what you are not getting and others are getting, you get so much agitated. So it should be balanced. And you should not harm anybody. And that behavior is required for the sadhana. Behavior should be balanced. So this is called Bhūtaśuddhi. If you can overcome all this, you conquer all the elements. So next, Bhuta is a material or worldly objective sphere of consciousness. What is Bhuta? Bhuta is a worldly objective sphere of consciousness, because we are connected to the world. So you have to go beyond the worldly objective world. So Bhuta Jai comes when you are no longer connected with the subject-object relationship. According to the Malini Vijay Tantra, the formation of elements from the Prithvi Tattva to Prakriti Tattva should be understood correctly. That is contemplation on all those Tattva and introspection of Mana, Buddhi, Ahamkara, means mind, intelligence, ego, and Prakriti means nature, that is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, that is pure pleasure, that is the pure, impure, and impure nature, that is ignorance. You do so much of the work or hurt somebody out of ignorance, or it comes because sometimes the people are so much having the impure nature, that because of the impure nature, their rebirth takes place. So it is very important to take note of this. The next is Bhūtaśuddhi. Establish one-pointedness of the mind to get over the control of gross element of the body. When you have a control over the gross element, in that case, when you suffer ailments at a bodily level, it is externally, but you do not suffer internally. That balanced mind has to be there. For example, if you are feeling feverish, but internally you do not suffer any pain, so you can do your work or read a book, or do not pay much attention to that, because you are so afraid and all that. Much more emotional picture should not be there. You should get balanced mindset. Bhūtaśuddhi. That is continued. After doing the introspection, remove the bad qualities of mind, such as likes and dislikes. Intellect should not be manipulative and harmful to others. Ego is to be removed. When lust, anger, greed, or fear arises, or when one feels happy experiences of a sudden fright, or even when intensively joyful, delusion extends its way everywhere. This alone should be known to be the obscuring covering of consciousness, because it shrouds one's own nature. Unless and until pure sattva guna prevails, the person gets failure at the sadhana. So purity is much more important. Therefore, Āṇava Upāya is much more important. So what is Āṇava includes? That what we say Bhūtaśuddhi. What are the Bhutas? I have put it in a yellow color. Body has got 24 tattvas. They are at the bottom line there is 5 bhutas: Akash tattva, Vayu tattva, Agni tattva, Jala tattva, Prithvi tattva. Now the arrow goes Akash tattva. Here the arrow is. If you go up, it produces Shabda, means sound. Vak means we can speak, or Shrotra, we can listen. From down to up, if you go, Akash tattva. If you go next line, Vayu tattva, my arrow is there. Vayu tattva, then you get Sparsha, then means touch. Pani means hands. Tvak means your skin. Then you go to Agni tattva. That is my arrow there. If you go upward, there is a Rupa, means seen. You can see this thing. When the light is there, you can see with the eyes. Then Pad means the legs, and the Chakshu means the eyes. The next is Jala tattva, that is connected to Rasa, Upastha, and Jivha, means the tongue. Rasa means taste, and the Jivha is the tongue. So last is Prithvi tattva. It is connected to Gandha tattva, Payu, and Grana means from nose we can always smell. So Grana tattva is there. So these are the things. All the 5 tattvas are connected to Man, Buddhi, Ahankar, and Prakriti. So Man, it is always you like it or dislike it. Buddhi means how you like, how you connect it, how you get all the bifurcation or your interpretation of each and everything. The intelligence is used for analytic purposes. We analyze everything by buddhi or intelligence. Ahankar is a product of man and buddhi. You get yourself evolved as a different entity of yourself. So it is not the real entity, but a different entity of ahankar, that you are connected in a certain way of behavior only. That makes you so much bound as ahankar, I-ness. I-ness, and then there is a prakriti. Prakriti is a sattva, rajas, and tamas, which comes according to your present karmas, even the past karmas or previous life karmas also. How was your nature in a previous life? That means some of the traces will come to you this life also. Even there is a birth of a twin. Both nature will be different because their puryashtak is different. Their past life is different. So this is the way we have to eradicate all the karmas and way of thinking and the ahankar and prakriti. So these are the puryashtak. We have to come out of it. Next, Bhuta Kaivalya. Here we say Bhuta Kaivalya is Kaivalya is isolation, withdrawal of mind from the object. Kaivalya is a separation from the bhutas, means tattvas. the element. It's a process which rejects the dualism. As long as the separation of an individuated ego from its external corporeality and mentation is not accomplished, then it is not possible for the very mind to trace back its primordial nature of pure consciousness. However, after reaching inside, one can always trace back to the external modalities. So this is the way of doing it. Then there is Bhuta Pruthakatvani. However, after reaching inside, one can control the external modes very easily. One can analyze good and bad actions. It means you can control the tattvas on your thinking, behavior, and actions. What makes us to believe what we are, which limits our foundational nature. Therefore, ego is very important to control. After this, there is Mohavarana Siddhi. So, the previous sutras 4 and 5 explain the person's achievement procedures on Bhuta, that is material sphere of consciousness. However, that is not sufficient to reach the goal of supreme consciousness. This is because the barriers of Maya is yet to be crossed. That which deludes is Moha. In other words, it is Maya. Maya carries your consciousness away from the reality of the self. Now, by manipulating the forces on matter or tattva, gives the magical effects called as siddhis or a supernormal powers. If he is entangled with the magical effect, then he enters into the illusion of Maya. This prevents a yogi from the ultimate enlightenment of the self and restricts to the God consciousness. The first major milestone on the path is the achievement of mastery over the elementary world and body. Here the yogi is warned of the dangers and the incompleteness of the attainment of his powers. Once he has reached this stage, the results may be extraordinary, but they are still nonetheless limited. The yogi must press on beyond them to the higher planes. In order to do this, his practice must make on a new and more elevated form. How to do it is the next sutra. These sutras are very small. So, Mohavarana, Moha Jayat, Ananta Bhogat, Sahaja Vidya Jaya. In order to achieve perfect enlightenment, which can only come by acquiring the pure, unconditioned insight that inherent in the very nature of reality reveals it. The yogi must not only overcome the immediate ignorance which prevents him from the perceiving the underlying unity of reality, but every trace of that may still remain latent within him, if he is to be no longer liable to fall prey to the delusion of duality. So here, what is Mohajayat? The chart is given, is the mind in red color, Maya, Kala, Vidya, Raga, Kal, Niyati. From that, a person becomes a Purush, a small, from God, from Pashupati to Pashu, so Purush. So how? How to cross all this, and why, and what happens? So this is the chart. Here, this I have prepared to explain you. Now we will start it from right side of the chart, that is yellow color, Shuddha Vidya. That is Kriya Shakti. That is Sarva Vyapakta of Shiva is there, or omnipresence of Shiva is there. But when it comes to us, because of Karma Mala, the Niyati takes place. And that is Kala takes place. Kala and Niyati, that is time and space. Time and space comes into play while our karmas are there. According to our karma, the time and space envelops us. When as a Shiva, one person is eternal, but here comes in a karma mala, that is time limit, past, present, future. In Niyati also, Sarva Vyapakta, it becomes omniscient, omnipresent to karma mala. Because of that, the Niyati comes to limitedness, or there is a space or place limitation. So this is the reduction. So we have to come out, and then the karma mala has to go so that we can go to Kriya Shakti part of it. So it is very obvious the karma mala has to, by the sadhana and the mantras, we can remove it. Next is Gnana Shakti. Gnana Shakti is conditioned. For Shiva, it is eternal. But for us, it is Gnan Shakti is limited because of Mayika Mala, Maya Mala, Maya, the knowledge of Sansar, the worldly knowledge makes us limited. So worldly knowledge is a limitation of the field we have to cross. So Moha Maya, we call it, that is worldly, all connected things. All of you are matured, so I'll not explain all this. I'll go over to Ichha Shakti. Ichha Shakti, that is, Shiva has a Purnata, that is fully satisfied. Here in Āṇava, we have the Raga, means desire, multitude of desire, multiplicity of desire. Attachments are there. Then we are, because of all these desires and all attachments, we are enveloped by the Kala. So our Swatantrata goes to a limited doership. So Kala, I have explained so many times, so I'll not explain now. So this is Āṇava. So Āṇava, Mayik Mal and Karmic Mal deals with Ichha Shakti, Gnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti, that is Sadashiv, Ishwar and Shuddha Vidya. So this chart I have prepared for a clear understanding. So and this Ichha Shakti, Gnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti is also called as Trishul. This is a three-pointed thing. And that is, Trishul is explained in Trimshika, Paratrimshika. So when we will do that, I'll explain that. It's not the time now. So we go over to the next slide. I think one slide is there or not. By conquering the moha, desires, attachments of the Maya, the perceiver will need to clear all the latent traces of ignorance, which is in the form of sanskara at the conscious and subconscious mind. Why I am writing subconscious mind? Because in Puryashtak we have already seen man, buddhi, ahankar. So here also the same mind is a man, buddhi, ahankar. When we clear, that is in a present. But there is a subconscious clearance is done at a different level. By clearing the traces of actions, kriya, or that is karma mala, one becomes mantra at the Shuddha Vidya stage. This I had explained Shuddha Vidya stage. Shuddha Vidya, karma mala is taken out. So here the mind becomes a mantra. When the mind becomes pure, it becomes a mantra. By clearing the traces of Agnan, the knowledge, one becomes Mantreshwar at Ishvara stage. Ishvara stage, a person comes, then he becomes a Mantreshwar. 3. By clearing the traces of Ichha or emotion, one becomes Mantra Maheshwar at Sadashiva stage. So this I have taken from Yogini Hriday Tantra. So it's relevant, so I have taken here. So I have prepared a chart for it. Here also we'll start from right side. Shuddha Vidya is the Kriya Shakti. The karma is removed, then our mind becomes mantra. Ishvara, in the stage of Ishvara, Gnan Shakti is there. When the Maya is removed, we become residual traces of Maya is removed, we become Mantreshwar. And at the Sadashiva stage, Ichha Shakti is there. Residual traces of Anuta, the smallness is reduced. Then we become Mantra Maheshwar. So these are the stages. After that, Ananda Shakti, we feel so happy, bliss is there. That is Samana. If mind is there, then we realize the bliss. Otherwise, we don't realize. So mind is there up to Samana. All the way mind follows you up to Samana level. And when you go to Shiva or Anuttara level, that is Unmani Dasha. Beyond mind you go. You are crossing the mind. So this is the explanation of Moha Jayat, Ananta Bhogat, Sahaja Vidya Jaya. So Unmani Dasha is the Sahaja Vidya. Let's see the next slide. Next slide is, here the mind is completely calm from here. Samani Avastha to the Unmani Avastha is reached. This is called as Sahaja Vidya Jaya, which has endless bliss experience. The ultimate experience of bliss takes place. Then we have a time. There are small sutras. what Jayadev Singh says on this. Seventh sutra says that the moha has to be conquered to such an extent that even its residual traces, samskara, are completely annulled. It is only then one can acquire sahaja vidya, knowledge inherent in reality. Sahaj vidya means you already have it, but you have not realized it. So it is sahaja vidya. Sahaja vidya is only another name of unmana. There are many stages between Āṇu, the limited empirical individual, and Shiva. Up to samana, there is a reign of manas or mind. By conquering the moha up to samana, one may be able to acquire atma vyapti, the state of pure consciousness. Atma vyapti is called as self-realization. Then after self-realization, what to do? Then he says, according to Shiva's philosophy, one should not rest content with the Atma Vyapti, means self-realization. The aim of this system is not only Atma Vyapti, but Shiva Vyapti or Shivatva Yojana. This is possible only when the aspirant crosses the boundary of samana. Samana is the highest expression of mind. But up to samana, there is still the reign of mind. The sankalpa, vikalpa of thought, construct, and desire. Why it comes desire? Because we have a desire to fulfill, to go to the universal consciousness. The aspirant has to mount to the stage of Sahaja Vidya or Unmana, where mental consciousness ceases and the pure divine consciousness begins. It is only at this stage one can experience Chidananda Gana, or a massive consciousness or a bliss, and Swatantra Shakti, and thus Shiva Vyapti, or Shiva's inherent state of being. Here Arvind says supra consciousness. So different terminologies are there. So such a high state of realization is not possible only by Āṇava, but it is a first step of the sadhana. The second step is Shaktopaya, but Āṇava is only a stepping stone to Shaktopaya. It is not an end in itself. It has to end in Shaktopaya. The Shaktopaya ultimately ends at Shambhavopaya. When the Āṇava is completed, Karmika Mala is cleared. It terminates into Shaktopaya. When Shaktopaya is completed, Maya Mala is cleared. It terminates into Shambhavopaya, where we have done all the 10 sutras. When the Shambhavopaya is completed, Āṇava Mala is cleared. It terminates into the self-realization. We have done all 22 sutras. So there is some 12 minutes left. So Any questions on this point by anybody? So questions can be asked.
Dadaji, namaste.
Namaste.
The Shamana Unmani are the 12 states that is told from the Agnya Chakra till the Sahasram. Those 12 is the Shamana Unmani like the one that is told. Nadam Nadantam Bindu Rodini.
Yeah,
Shamana
that
Unmani.
is
Does it relate to that?
from Agnya Chakra, one fingers up it goes.
Finger. That's right.
Yeah, it goes from that is the Bindu, Ardha Chandra, then Nad Bindu, Rodini, Vagera, etc.
Oh,
There
right.
are 16 of such. And the last between is the Samana, and thereafter the last one is Unmana. The last Unmana is the last one.
Yeah, you are mentioning 16, but when you split the Maya Bija into Hakara, Repa, Ikara, or E or the Turyaswaram, only Varivasarasam talks of only 9 states.
Yeah, it see, all the stages are very minute. Either you can name it 16, you can name it 8 or whatever, 9. So, but there is one catch of, there is what they say, there is Nirodhika. Nirodhika means it will make you step over there only, it will not allow you to go. So after that Nad, Nadant, Ardha Chandra and all that, then Nirodhika comes. That Nirodhika has to be crossed, then the Mana, Sumana and Unmana comes. So actually this is all sadhana is a game of mind. Even what avaranas are also in the mind only. Nowhere else. Now, whether we have to cross this mind, so we have a Śrī Yantra and Chakra that I also consider it as a mind because avaranas we are clearing, that avarana correlates with our own mental avaranas. So I had given one lecture in Gujarati for each avarana, how mentally you get purified after each avarana. And everybody knows now there are books also, and now in your Maṇḍalī has also taken out books on this. That what you can say, Sri Vidya, I don't recollect the name, but all that
Saparya Vasana.
Saparya Vasana. Sri Vidya Saparya Vasana is halfly based on with the Vedic also and the Tantric also. Both the concepts are interwoven there, and it explains what are the rituals and what are the importance of each rituals and how our mind should be connected to these rituals. So it is a mind game. So it is beautifully said that in Śrī Yantra the last triangle is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. That also your question was Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, or Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, all trying. All the three things are there. So if you cross all the three, then there is a point is Samana. In Śrī Yantra, the highest point or use the Meru, the top of the Meru, or the dot in the central part of the Śrī Chakra, if it is a Bhūprastara, it is a point is there. That point is Samana. Up to that point, mind is there. And above that, if you go to Shodashi, that it goes to Unmana, beyond the mind you go. That is very beautifully given in Śrī Yantra worship. It's a mind game. And this is what it goes with the sound energy to the mind. It's so beautifully done. Whoever has done with the so many rishis and Rishimonis, it's a credit to them.
Okay, Dadaji. My second question was, karma can be overcome, is what you had mentioned in one of the slides. So, does it also mean prarabdham?
The karma, I would say, my way of thinking of karma is doing anything, any action makes the karma, either good or bad. Whatever you do, either it is good or bad. But if you are connected to that karma, means attached to that karma, then it will carry forward in your memory and mind and ego. So, if you are not connected to that karma, that will close itself at that level. That is my way of understanding. What is your opinion?
What I do in this birth, let us assume that I have full control on the Dadaji. But prarabdham is about what happened in previous births for which, you can't hold me responsible. I don't even know what I was in my previous birth. So prarabdham is my debit balance from previous carry forward balance, Dadaji. So I clearly don't have any control. I don't know my previous births now.
That's what,
so when yes, Dadaji.
That's what I have discussed in Shuddha Vidya. Residual traces in subconscious. When in subconscious residual traces are that is of past karmas. Because in Puryashtaka, we are clearing this birth. Puryashtaka means this birth karmas and all the things are known to us. In Puryashtaka means in bodily level, man, buddhi, ahankar, you really know it yourself. But what you don't know, it comes under Sadashiv, Ishwar and Shuddha Vidya. That traces which you are not aware. And that is very difficult to clear. Because then either you have to, with the bhakti, you have to merge with it and forget everything will get cleared. Or with the sadhana, go to the mantra and go inside the mantra in a way that you are one with the mantra and one with the deity and one with your guru, and everything becomes one. And so and that is the procedure. So your all unknown factors will be removed. So this is very complicated. Is it logical?
I understand intellectually what you are saying, Dadaji.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll reach that quickly. I understand. Namaste.
Good. Thank you. So, at subconscious level, we are not aware. So, this is a level of Sadashiv, Ishwar, Shuddha Vidya. Is also called, pure impure tattva. So, from our side, we have cleared, but still it is impure. Because we don't know what is to be yet to be cleared. Very technical. So, they say, para apara. That is para apara tattva. Para apara is the very interesting Sadashiv, Ishwar, Shuddha Vidya, para apara tattva. You know, you don't know also. And therefore, it is Trimshika is very important to read. Para Trimshika. And then it will show you how to overcome all these things. So in our Rakesh Bhai has given me the curriculum. We will cover it in the last. So that is what we will do it. Let's hope.
So what I'm saying is that now you've completed the Śiva Sūtras, is that correct?
No, still there are, these are 45 sutras.
Okay.
We have completed only up to seven sutras.
Barabar. Okay.
Now, from 8 onwards, how after realization, how you will feel? How you will feel after realization, and after realization, what you should do and what you should not do. How you will fall down from that realization. These sutras are, the total sutras are 45. We have covered 7 sutras. So I think, then these sutras are 1-1-2-2 line sutras. It will go very fast. It's not so explain. I have not to explain much. I have to give slides only. So it's very easy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any more questions from anybody? No. Fine, Dada. So we'll put an end to today's session. Thank you very much for your time. Jai Mati. Jai Mati, everyone.
And this session, I have given my logical thing. You will not find it in any of the book of Śiva Sūtras.
Barabar.
Today's session, you will not get in any of the books.
Sure.
So they have explained things according to the say yoga, Hatha yoga and all that.
Barabar.
But I have explained in the Śrī Vidya point of view.
Fine. And Nikki has put a diagram of the 7 chakras you're talking about with the petals. So if you go to your meeting chat, there's a little diagram in there.
Good.
In the chat. So thank you, Nikki.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then.
Right.
Okay, Dada. Thank you very much, Jambe.
Okay, welcome. Bye.
Jai Mataji. Namaste.
Jai Guru.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Jai Ambe, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Ambe.